everyone, and welcome back to the Minecraft New Nintendo 3DS Edition Skyblock Let's Play video. And as you can tell by the title, this is actually the last episode of this series. So yes, this is part number 20, the last one. So I figured in today's video, since this is the last episode, I'm going to actually do a complete tour of everything that is in this world, because I really haven't done that yet so far in this series, at least like a full comprehensive tour of everything. So as you can tell so far, I'm inside my barn, and there's a couple things that aren't complete with a couple of these builds. I will make note of that right now. So as you can tell, like I did say earlier in the series that I want to put glass in that hole. I ran out of sand, and I cannot get any more glass at all. So yeah, that's just going to stay open, which I think is still a fine design anyway. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. So I don't have very many builds, as you can tell. So I just have my house, my barn, my hostile mob farm, my nether base, and my treehouse. So yeah, basically the barn, I was planning to put more animals and crops in there, but animals just never spawn. So it's basically there purely for decoration. And then coming over here where my hostile mob farm is at, that hole is there because that's where the water was. And then this is the area where I get into the nether. So it's pretty much just a simple area with a nether portal. And wow, my sword just broke, just breaking leaves. Great. Well, that's okay. So yeah, speaking of trees, this is my tree farm. So it basically has room for 6 trees right now, but that's pretty much all I need. And then this right here is the main island where everything starts. So this is where I have the melon, of course, the cobblestone generator, and everything else I need to pretty much place Skyblock. And then actually, let's come up here to my house first and take a tour. Or I guess second now, because the first thing was the main island. So the first floor is pretty simple, just a bed and a crafting table. And then the second floor is another pretty simple room with a painting. I mean, again, this is Skyblock, so I don't have very much materials to work with, but I think I did a pretty good job on the overall design of my house, despite the fact that I don't have very much materials that I can use. So I'm actually kind of a fan of the way I did the exterior of this house. As you can tell, it has the cobblestone walls in every corner, and I don't think it looks too bad. I mean, especially like I said, since I'm very limited with materials. So you're probably wondering what this is up here. Now, this is just an area on top of my hostile mob farm. Lots of mobs tend to spawn up here, and as you can tell, zombies have burned recently. So, and I actually have some extra cobblestone slabs, so could just finish that off because that's not 100% complete, but no one's really going to see that anyways because it's on the top of the farm. So this is where I was growing crops for a short time. I did have wheat there, but now it's gone, so that's pretty much there, I guess, if I ever want to grow more crops. Do I have any crops in my chest? I don't think I do. No, I don't. So I could just wait and kill a skeleton and get bone meal, but again, this is the last episode of the series, so I'm not really, trying to do Let's Play things. I'm just doing a tour. So I haven't showed you guys this yet in this video. So this is where I kill the mobs for the hostile farm. So as you can tell, there's a couple mobs down here already. So basically what happens is the water is on the top area. Mobs spawn in that dark room, and then they basically float on the water and fall down there. So that's basically the main design with that. So yeah, that was a thing I actually built quite a while ago. That was one of the main goals I had for this series, was to actually make that farm. And then the house, of course, was another main goal as well. So those are the two really main things that I wanted to make. The other stuff was kind of just bonus stuff that I figured out later. But anyways, here's one more look at the exterior of my house. So as you can tell, I put the cobblestone up all the way to the second floor. The cobblestone wall, that is. And I put some slabs on the top as well. So I feel like, of course, everything in Skyblock is going to be one of 3 materials: wood, oak planks, or cobblestone, because those are the 3 most common materials that you will get. I think, like I said earlier, I think I did a pretty good job overall with that design. But now let's go ahead and go take a look at my treehouse. So the treehouse is something that I just recently built, and it has 2 main rooms. So it has this really dark room with no torches yet, so let's go and place those in. And this room is basically used for viewing of the entire Skyblock world. So that's why the store is here too, so you can kind of step out and get out and look at the world. And because the render distance is so low in this version, you would think you wouldn't be able to see much, but you can actually pretty much see everything in my Skyblock from this viewpoint. So it's actually a very nice place to be for that. So great, there's a spider on top of my barn. Of course there is. They always spawn in the most inconvenient spots, and there's another spider leading to this. So this is where the desert island was. As you can tell, the sand is gone and the chest is as well. So I've already looted that, and I'm not going to worry about beautifying the path that leads to it because there's no point in me even being there. So just going to leave it at that. And then, oh, looks like the spider made its way inside the barn. Well, at least now I can grab it. It's 2 spiders in this video, which I guess would kind of help getting string to fish, which I could theoretically do, but I already have enough food through the use of melons, which, wow. Right as I was talking about food and melons, the melon actually grew. That's actually a great way to also end off this series, is with another melon growing. Because if you guys have been sticking around with this series, it's kind of a running joke where the melon never grows, but then whenever I talk about the melon or think about it, it always seems to grow. Super weird. So, oh, and this is the other room in the treehouse. So this room is kind of like another viewpoint, I guess you could say. I mean, this one doesn't really have much of a view. It just shows the desert island, and that's about it. I just wanted to add another room to the treehouse to make it look a little bit better. So that's the treehouse, and that pretty much goes over all of the main things in this Skyblock world. So yeah, that's pretty much everything in this world. All the buildings. So I know it's not much, but I feel like I accomplished quite a bit in 20 episodes, and I also went to the Nether too, so I didn't really necessarily build anything there, but I did go and then explore the Nether, so I did do that. Of course, I can't do the end for obvious reasons, but I did do the Nether at least. I got the Nether base in my overworld, so that's good. So yeah, that's going to pretty much conclude off this series. So I want to thank all of you guys so much for all the support over these last 20 episodes. And this series has been pretty popular overall over the time I have done it. And I'd say it was pretty successful. But I am actually just ending off this series because, I mean, you reach kind of a limit with Skyblock, and there's only so much you can do. So I've pretty much completed every challenge in this Skyblock series. So yeah, I figured that ending it off on an even number, like 20, is a perfect number to end this off on. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this whole video and the series. And thank you all once again for supporting me over these last 20 episodes. So thanks for watching.